Sportin Wales podcast, powered by Sinclair Group, your go-to for Welsh sports news and views. Welcome back to another episode of Sportin Wales podcast, sponsored by the Sinclair Group. And today we have a bit of an announcement, actually, because we have Dillon Lewis is back. I've got down here as my new co-host / trial / contracts in the post sort of thing coming along.
Negotiating numbers at the moment, and it's a trial period.
Yeah. So
see if I can't get cancelled.
Exactly. So welcome back, Dylan, and obviously we got Gareth Anscombe from Bayonne on today. So thanks for coming back, Gareth. Been a busy couple of weeks, I think, isn't it, in France?
Yep. We're into the thick of it now. We've played 2 games now. Got cast this week away, so we've had a good start to the competition and 2 from 2. So hopefully we can keep it going.
What do you think about Dylan being on this trial period for maybe joining myself, co-host? Probably kick me off my own pod.
I think the most important word there is trial. I think he's still got a few things to improve on, so we'll see how he goes in these next couple of episodes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully he doesn't get cancelled or we cancelled or arrested or anything like that, but we'll go. Lads, how's it been, Dale? How's the last couple of weeks the drag's been? Pre-season games done and dusted?
Yeah, it's been good. We, like you said, we started pre-season. We've had a successful pre-season period. 2 wins.
Wow!
Yeah, come on. Clap, Gareth, please.
2 from 2. Got to count those games.
But
Undefeated.
the first game, Hartbury away, first 40 minutes, we had 20 scrums.
That's just what you want, isn't
20 scrums in 40 minutes, and I was rolling off the field. They stretched me off.
it?
Welcome back.
You just played 40, did you?
Yeah.
That was enough.
Yeah, 40 minutes, and then they did a straight swap, and then on the weekend, then it was 3 of us, so we all had a bit of time each. Yeah, Scarlets, good win. And we roll into the season next week.
Much chat in that game, or was it boys just trying to get through it?
I think there was a lot of heavy breathing. There wasn't much chat, I think. No.
Fair enough. Guys, obviously your season started with 2 games in. You actually haven't been involved the last 2 weeks, have you? Which is...
And 2 wins.
Guys on holiday out there. Unbelievable shift, these guys.
I've been the dreaded travelling reserve, so the first game I wasn't involved, but I still had to do the 6-hour bus ride to Perpignan. And last week they kept the same team. So I think there'll probably be a few changes this week, actually. So hopefully get a taste of it again this weekend. But yeah, look, the boys are going well. So 2 from 2, good starts. But yeah, we got cast this weekend, which is a pretty tricky assignment. So we'll see how we go.
Jeez, if I had 2 kids and I knew if I put my hand up for 23rd man, I'd get good 2 days of sleep, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Take that, will you?
Money
well
spent
played,
by
sir.
them,
Well played.
Money well spent. Good signing, Gareth. Yeah. Hold the bag there, but
Hey, just there for morale.
All right, a bit of a chat about the overview of what we're covering. We'll probably cover a bit of Bayonne and the Dragons matches coming up. Danny Wilson joining Steve Tandy's coaching team, and I think there's another announcement. Maybe I think Matt Sherritt is in line maybe to join as backs coach. So we'll have a little chat around that, and then obviously you have a little game later on.
yeah, a game for yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So looking forward to chatting about that. Where should we go? Should we go start with the drag, Sheree? Because 2 wins pre-season. First game of the season, do you know who you got?
We got Ulster away on Friday night.
So this week now, you're just building up, and then obviously nice Friday night game in Ulster. That's a good first game to bring you right back
Belfast
down.
away, yeah. No, it's really we obviously got 2 weeks of prep for Ulster now. So off the back of what seems like a successful pre-season, 2 wins leading into the Ulster game, we take a lot of confidence from those first 2 games. But Ulster away, that's a tough place to go.
Got to be realistic.
Yeah,
here, I
it's a
guess.
tough place to go and get a win. But I think like all the right things being put in place. Boys are looking good. So yeah, I think
What's the goal? What's the goal for the Dragons this year in terms of the season? Because obviously a lot of teams will be like, we got to push for top 6 or top 8. It's probably just to, like, I know we all take the piss, don't we? But to get a win, but blah blah. It's more than that, isn't it?
Oh, it is, obviously, yeah. Like I think going into sort of all the recruitment they've done this summer, the coaches and everything, we haven't outlined exactly what the goal is in terms of table finish and stuff, but we need to be going hard after the derbies, after all the Welsh games. And I think it's just like, I think last year there was a lot of games where they sort of lost it in the last 10 minutes. They were in it right till the death. And then, I think at the end of the season, the results obviously look really bad. But when you look at the games individually, they are in it. So I think it's just growing and, learning how to close games out or just be a bit more mature around the way we finish games.
So you've been quite, obviously because you've won 2 games in pre-season. I remember, Gareth, remember we played at Cardiff, we beat Exeter Chiefs, who won the Premiership the year before, didn't we? And I remember we beat them. We were like, wow, lads, we're on fire. We've just
Chicken
won.
was chahoo!
And then we went,
giving it all that.
We went into the game after against Edinburgh at home. We got absolutely smashed. Just crashed right back down. Is the expectations, obviously, they're in the right place, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what it's like after a couple of wins.
Yeah, no, like we had like an honest review and like you said, like we beat Scarlets, but there was plenty there that we need to improve on. So we've had those reviews this week and boys on the right track, I think.
Nice. How was your first appearance at Rodney Parade, mate? Like in that dragon shirt, did you feel it,
No, I did. You laugh, but it's the nicest welcome I've ever had to just a Welsh ground in general. I think everyone was happy to see all of us. There was no heckling. I left there with people thinking I was still half tidy. So all in all,
that takes some doing these days.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Hey, chill out, Travelling Reserve.
So you did the old signing around the pitch. So
I did. I went around,
made
made the effort. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I think all in all, it was a successful first trip to Rodney. I'm looking forward to my next.
When's the first home game? Who have we got?
We got Sharks the week after Ulster.
Oosh, nice.
Yeah, but again, like a lot of the boys be playing in the rugby championship.
Yeah, it's not a bad start because Ulster were pretty poor last year, so you got a good start there. Guys, let's go Bayonne. 2 league games. You've not been involved. Hopefully, you'll be involved this week. We got Castaway. So you get put the away game, is it?
Yeah, I think I might be up to that role this week. Look, I think we name our sides on Thursday here, so we'll name the teams tomorrow. But I think by the looks of things, I'll be getting a run. So apparently it's a fairly hostile place. They've beaten Bayonne pretty soundly at home the last 3 years. So it's something that we've talked about this week. But look, if we win that, we would be in a really good spot because after that we've got Toulon and Toulouse. I think those are the next few weeks. We've got a tough little stretch coming up soon.
Yeah, because you're 2 from 2. You beat Montpellier last week, which is a pretty good win, isn't it? Because I think they've recruited quite well, haven't they? Do you chat to Beardy?
Yeah, Beardy, to be fair, he came on at half time and he made a big difference. He stole a fair bit of the line-out ball for them and was actually pretty impressive. They probably should have started Beardy. He went really well. But yeah, look, we didn't play particularly well, but we managed to find a way to win. And to be fair, lads, the atmosphere that we have here at the stadium is unbelievable. Once they sing Paina Bayonne as a song that they sing before the boys come out, and to be there for that is pretty impressive. The stadium was amazing. It was sort of 16, 17,000, and it's a fairly hostile place once we get going. So hopefully looking forward to experiencing that at some stage this season.
Was that that's the first proper home game, not pre-season, yeah. So it's pretty...
And you could tell the difference between like the first 2 home games where we probably had a fair few tourists just at the game, but the atmosphere with all the proper ultras there and stuff was pretty impressive. So yeah, that was pretty cool. The kids loved it. They still came on the field afterwards and thought I played, even though I was just watching. So they were pretty stoked.
You're just trying to tell Theo, yeah, they're just resting me, son.
Yeah.
Just resting.
But you know what's nuts now? They're coming up to me during the week and they'll be like, "Daddy, why aren't you playing?
Oh no, they're understanding it a bit more.
You and your kids are into it, man.
Yeah, now the kids into me, but not being good enough to play. So that's a new low for me.
What's the Dragon song?
They've actually got a good song. I don't know the words to it yet. We sang it on Saturday. By the next pod, I'll try and get the words for you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Who's driving that, Dol? Who's the leader of that song?
Elliot D got it going on Saturday.
Standard.
Yeah, it was good.
Right.
Suppose didn't chat GBT it or something.
Yeah, yeah. It
Dragon,
is a bit of a chat
Newport,
GBT.
put together.
What was gonna? So you've had plenty of time to learn this new song, then, Gav, have you?
No, God, no. I'm still struggling to learn French here, Dylan.
Are you?
How was your French going? How was it? How was your lessons?
Do you know what I have a lesson every Monday, and thankfully we're starting lessons at the club in a couple of weeks. But it seems to be like every time I feel like I'm making some progress, then you have another lesson, and you just feel totally lost. And
Savage.
it feels like one step forward, two step backwards at the moment. But we're slowly getting there. But hopefully, once these classes start, I can start muddling my way through it with a few boys and trying to have a few conversations. So
Well, you
it's
sat on the end of the table still.
yeah. So it's yeah. Well, no, the French class is just going to be for the foreigners. So at least we can
Okay.
make mistakes in those classes, and the boys won't really care.
So have
'Cause
we got
they
any French pinned down yet? Coffee order,
yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the test? Is it?
No, no.
No, that's not the test. No, yeah, the test is quite good. I'll be honest. Is Manu, what's his French like? Manu
Who's sorry?
Tulangi. Manu's.
Yeah, Manu,
Bro.
I think he understands it
manners
pretty
to-
well.
Huh?
What do you go by with you, chicken?
What do you mean, Manu?
Yeah.
Yeah, Manu,
Is it
Chief.
just
Chief, you call him
You
Chief.
call him Chief. Chief.
You call him whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
be called.
Yeah.
He's a monster, isn't he? He's a good lad, though.
His French gets better with the more red wines he drinks, which is a fair bet on a Sunday.
Jeez, he
So
must have a big wine
Yeah.
fridge.
he does love his red, the big fella. So
He does, does he?
yeah, it's been good to have him here, but he's going well.
What's the obviously 2 from 2 Gab? Bayonne's expectation. What's their aim this year? Top 4 or 5? Is it? I guess easy playoffs again. Obviously,
Yeah,
got a
I
tough
think-
run, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I think it's so competitive, isn't it? But look, we made the semi-finals last year, so look, you need to make the top 6, and if you do that, you give yourselves a chance. Obviously, top 8's for Champions Cup qualification, but yeah, with the way we've started, yeah, hopefully we can certainly be around the top 6. You got the likes of the Toulouses and Bordeaux are probably the front runners, but I think if we can keep improving, I think the goal at the club is to try and kick on from where they were last season. They lost the semi-final to Toulouse by about 5 or 6 points last season, so they're in with a chance. So look, we've got a really good home record, so that's really important in the top 14. So I think top 6 and sneak into the playoffs. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I always wondered, we always, when we play French teams, like, they're rubbish away. Is that something they really speak about out there? Like, we have to win our home games away. That's grand. It may turn up. Or is it
Yeah,
changing?
having a few conversations with the boys, I think it's definitely something like a mindset that's changed probably in the last 4 or 5 years. I think in the past it was most definitely, all the foreigners or superstars would play at home and probably rest away. But now, like we won our first home game against Perpignan away, which is the first time the club has done that in 30 years. I think in the first 2 weeks there's been about 5 away wins, which is pretty uncommon. So teams are certainly understanding that now. If you can win a few away games, it makes life so much easier. But look, Bayonne went undefeated at home last year, so if we can replicate that form, then you definitely give yourself a chance. But
Yeah.
I think they won 2 games away last season, maybe only one. So it's something that the coaches spoke to the group in pre-season about trying to improve that away form. But
If you're winning
we'll
every
get a
home
chance
game,
to speak.
what's that? That's 12 home games. That's, looking at 40, 50 points just there.
Yeah, it's a good
you
start.
only need to win one or
It's a
two,
good
don't you?
start, yeah.
That's exactly. Yeah, I think Bayonne qualified maybe 4th last season based off that. So
Yeah.
it gives yourself a good chance, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'd be interesting how they get on in Europe this year, 'cause whether they target it or not, because obviously they'd be pretty. They played the Scarlets last year, didn't they? And I think they just beat them. So
Yeah, well, we've got a tough Challenge Cup pool, but
Yeah.
we've got Leicester and Harlequins and things. So I think it'll be one of those ones where we'll see how we start the competition. But the league here is so long. I think our last pool game has started June. We've already got going. So
Does training differ much to say like Gloucester, Ospreys, Cardiff?
probably definitely is different from Gloucester. I think look, our Tuesdays are really big days. But what's nice is Monday's probably quite low key. We're sort of done by 2 o'clock. Yesterday's our real big day, and then tomorrow, again, I think I mentioned in the last pod, because of the heat here, we train first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed that because we'll be on the field by 10 o'clock. We're sort of off by 11:30, and then we can just have lunch and weights and sort of wrap the day up by 2, 3 o'clock. Tomorrow's probably a little bit shorter. So probably overall the standard week's probably a little bit lighter than my previous teams. But yeah, look, Tuesday's a tough day. Probably as tough as I've been anywhere, really.
That's not much of a gauge, mind.
Pardon?
You having a tough day ain't much of a gauge. I think I got 6 alarm
It's a
instead
long
of 7.
day,
What he
Yeah.
needs to tell Mitz when he comes over.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mitch
Oh, she
watches
hears
the
about
pod.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
She's
to
really
let her
say
know.
how hard it is. Yeah. You go out front to
course.
bed tonight, mate.
Hey,
I'm
you know
not
the
good. Yeah.
Oh, fair play. By the way, how are the kids getting on with their French school?
Yeah, there's been look,
It's a
it's a fair
savage,
challenge for them, to be fair. Like I think Tyvee, my oldest, who turns 5 tomorrow, it's her first year of school because obviously in the UK they would only start at 5. In France they start at 3. So we had to tell her teachers on Monday that it's her first time starting school anyway. So I think they thought that she'd probably already had a couple of years of schooling under her belt. And then when you mix that with it all being in French, it's definitely been a big challenge for her. Theo's been pretty cruisy. Look, there's a few tears in the morning at the moment, but they seem to be pretty happy in the afternoon. So hopefully it won't last too much longer, but we'll wait and see how it goes.
Jack Noel was telling me when he went to La Rochelle, he said these kids were going to French school. He said they'll come back saying like, no one wants to play with me. And you're like, oh my God,
God,
just break your heart.
Yeah,
it would,
no,
yeah.
exactly. That's
tough.
but the nice thing is like today they're off, so they only go to school 4 days a week. Wednesdays are off,
That's
so
nice.
it's
I
a
don't know.
nice.
Is that
Well,
good?
it's a
I'm
nice
not
touch
sure.
for them, but
Yes.
That's no golf for you then, is it?
hey, our rugby week. Our rugby week's always Wednesdays off, and then it's
Yeah.
Monday.
You're asking for 3 days on, 1 off.
Yeah, so it's
So he's going to invite us over, and we'll just have to babysit.
Babysitting, yeah. I'll be surprised if I get the invite over. You'll be babysitting.
Oh, we'll get on the golf course. Bloody hell.
We've got exciting news. Jaguar Land Rover, Cardiff and Newport are now part of the Sinclair Group. For over 80 years, we've been trusted across Wales, built on family values and driven by expertise. Jaguar and Land Rover represent heritage, innovation and performance, just like us. And we're here to make every journey on and off the road feel extraordinary. Join us for the next chapter and belong for good. Sinclair Jaguar Land Rover, Cardiff and Newport. The extraordinary journey continues. Welcome to the family.
All right, we'll go. We got a little bit of chat around URC now. We'll just have this for this now, and then we can probably recap it maybe later in the season. But just sort of early predictions of the regions. Obviously, last year wasn't great, was it? You had Scarlets that finished 8th, Cardiff 9th, Ospreys 12th, and the Dragons 16th. Can any of them teams move forward in the URC with what's obviously happening? Obviously, a bit of uncertainty as well, and obviously new signs and so forth. What do you reckon that?
I think obviously there's been a few players coming in. There hasn't been heaps of movement apart from the Dragons. Scarlets had a good year last year. Cardiff played some good rugby. It's tough to say this early on. A lot of other clubs have recruited. I'm hopeful for the Dragons to have a good season this year and climb up the table. But it'd be hard to say this early on. I think like we played Scarlets on the weekend and they were rolling subs and a few players missing and stuff. So it's the same with the Drags. Like a lot of players coming on and
Cardiff
off.
beat Leinster, mate.
Yeah, I know. Was it first team?
Oh, I don't know. There wasn't too many names I recognised, I'll be honest, in the Leinster
Kathy, here's a
team.
question. This is probably more for you to answer now, Kath, now that you're a pundit.
Yeah.
Do the Dragons, out of the Welsh regions, who do you think would be the worst performing? Do the Dragons jump up a region this season?
I think a lot of it will depend on the decision that the union want to go down. Well, I guess at the end.
Well, you think the knock-on effect?
I
of what
think the
happens
knock-on
there?
effect of that
Yeah.
decision at the end of October will determine that team or those teams. You know,
Yeah,
so say
probably.
they go, all right, we're going to pick 2 teams from October. The likelihood of the regions or whoever is going to be affected to be around is going to be quite. I think there's going to be a lot of change very quickly because there's players aren't going to want to be involved in a team that aren't going to be there in 18 months or so, are they? So
I
don't know.
Obviously, they've also said that they're going to honor contracts, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it all depends on
But
how
that-
that looks. Well, it's like
your
you know, you
mindset
can't-
is all over shot, isn't
but
it?
if you're there for 2 years, you can't. I don't know. It's tough to close up shop and just be like, well, I don't want to play.
But you're going to be mentally on it. Like, I really want to.
Well,
Like Dylan says, though,
hard.
you never know with those decisions. Sometimes it galvanizes a
Yeah,
group.
yeah.
could go the other
You
way.
almost do it. You almost do it in spite of it. So it will be. It's a fair point, Kathy. It will be interesting to see the knock-on effect of that, because, like Dylan mentioned in the other pod, it's going to have huge implications, isn't it? Right across Welsh rugby for the players, staff, supporters, sponsors. That's going to be the biggest one. Is how do sponsors
Yeah, commercially.
commercially?
You're not going to want to. You're probably going to want to pull out. Well, not pull out, but you know what I mean. If you're putting a lot of money in and you know you're not going to be there in a couple of years, I think the biggest knock-on effect that could really hurt the union is autumn internationals. People might not just turn up.
Yeah.
That's going to be a real big talking point, I think. And if they do make that decision, and then you're expecting people to pay such and such for tickets to go watch Wales, I actually think that could be really in a bit of jeopardy there.
They probably know. They probably know that now, wouldn't they? Like,
I don't think they realise how. I don't think they realise how the implications it will occur in terms. I don't think they think people will actually react.
Will care that much about what's happening underneath.
I think they will.
Yeah.
So I think there'll be some big changes. So yeah, it's be interesting. It's going to be a massive call, isn't it?
I think
so we've got a meeting next week about it.
I know it's so small, but how much does it matter in terms of results? And like, are they just going to rip everything up and start fresh with two teams? So, but I think everything sort of matters. Like, you don't want to be, if it come down to where you finish in the table at the end of the year was the reason why you were gone. Like, so everything matters. So it's one of those, like,
surely
results.
not. That would be
No, but you know what I mean?
nuts.
Yeah, it would be. But like, as in, you don't want to give an excuse. Do you know what I mean? This year is obviously so important. So results are probably just as important, really.
Yeah, and I guess especially with new Wales coaches coming in, they, I guess a new era, I guess, in that sort of Welsh, isn't it?
Off the bat, then, sorry to get back to the question. Who do you think is your pick for the standout region for Wales this season?
Well, I think there's going to be quite a lot of change at Cardiff, depending on obviously if Matt Sherratt is leaving. So they're obviously probably going to have to need a new head coach, aren't they? So there might be a bit of instability there. I've been at, obviously, the Ospreys with Boise actually having a full pre-season under his belt. And I think he's got some pretty good players come back there. Ross Moriarty going back there. Justin Tipperick taking over the coaching role. The Dragons, I never really comment on Dragons until I see it. It's hard to say, you're going to be better, because year on year it's sort of been the same, isn't it?
I think with the Dragons, it's so important that you get an early win. I just feel like Dylan said that they seem to be in the last few years. They're always in with a chance of winning a couple of games, and probably should have won a couple of games, and they just blow up last 20, and then it breeds into a bit of, they lose a bit of confidence, lose a bit of belief, and then it snowballs. So I think if the Dragons can get a win early doors, and they can back up a couple of performances, they might actually surprise a few this season, which would be great to actually see.
Yeah, well, I think anything is an improvement on last year, isn't it? And they've signed well. Like I think Dylan said, the boys that they've got in are making a big difference.
Yeah, it's like, I think, like some of the shapes we're running, the coaching and stuff is all brilliant. I think it's, again, back to that point. It's right, we need to be more mature in terms of closing games out, because if we're in a game and we're 10 points, 12, whatever it is up, we shouldn't be losing those games, do you know what I mean? Which I think was happening a lot last year. So it's just learning how to close those games out. And I think that, like, going back to what Gareth said, it's just like that spark of confidence, like that can change a team.
That's mad, isn't it? It's like momentum in games, isn't it? Like big moments, it changes everything. So that win, like you said.
Yeah.
So going back to I do think the Scarlets, the way they finished last season, if they can start that this year, I think they could actually go quite well this year. Yeah. But the squad depths aren't amazing, are they? And it only takes a couple of injuries, doesn't it? Change it. Scarlets were quite lucky. They had Sam Costello come back, and they had a lot of boys fit. Johnny Williams playing well, DJ, all that. Max Page, who else? Blair Murray was playing well. They had a lot of good informed players. Gareth Davis, to be honest, was playing really well. He's So
I think right now, when you look at it, you probably have to say Scarlet's edge it right now.
I think so. Yeah, like if they start anywhere like they did, they finish, because they were putting good teams to the sword as well at the end, and then they were competitive. So be interesting.
What you touched on then, the biggest thing for all the regions is keeping everyone fit. Or keeping as many fit as you can.
And no one's in the Champions Cup, are they? So whether that rotation might be a bit more in a challenge, we don't know.
I think that's massively important.
Yeah, so we'll see. Well, obviously we'll come back to this maybe after a couple of weeks, and the drag's top of the table, and come back to it.
And chicken still TR. That'll be one of my more successful seasons for you. The amount of shit you used to give me, right?
Hey, I can't get injured on the sidelines. I'm safe.
He'll just send you that picture of his pool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How's life outside of rugby in France? Struggling.
That's fine. Yeah,
Struggling?
make sure that's good.
Just got the 20-meter pool instead of 25.
Hey, it's 32 degrees here right now.
Jacuzzi's getting put in now.
Roasting.
He was complaining. He said he didn't need a sauna. He just sit outside.
Yeah, just sit in the garden. Humble as ever.
Fair play.
Sinclair Group has been part of the motor industry for over 80 years. And in that time, we've learned it's not just about cars, it's about the impact we leave behind. We believe in driving change, supporting the people around us where we live and work. Because when our communities thrive, we all do. We offer new and approved used vehicle sales and service for some of the world's biggest motor brands. But what drives us goes far beyond the road. So whether you're starting your journey or continuing your legacy, visit sinclairgroup.co.uk. Belong for good.
I've got a little game. It's the ChatGPT. We'll just call it the... What do you want to call it, chicken?
Chat
This is
Dillon.
fake news.
No, it's not fake
Dillon's-
news. The
Dillon's
ChatGPT
chat.
is obviously, it's all the information's from online and gathers information from everywhere. Everyone knows how ChatGPT works. So this one is, right, I want one-word answers. Who's better at rugby, Gareth Anscombe or X player? So A player. And it's just going to quiz, it's just a quiz basically. So I'll ask you and I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. I'll start off easy. Gareth Anscombe or Bowden Barrett?
Oh, this is what chat.
This is ChatGPT's answer.
I'm going to go with my mate Gareth.
Bowdy. Let's come back with Bowdy.
What does it say?
There's no way I trust this whatsoever.
Right. Look, right? Hang on, no, we got a couple more, right? We'll go easy again.
Yeah,
Gareth
that's a big one.
Anscombe
That
or
one.
Andre Pollard? Double World Cup winner.
Pollard.
Yeah, Pollard.
Sorry,
Right,
Gareth.
so
Yeah,
it's
right.
Gareth Anscombe or Neil Jenkins?
Jenks.
Jenkins.
Jinx.
This is where it gets a bit...
Hey, like
Gareth-
the standard
Gareth-
that you put
So
me
I'm
up there
right
with.
every
You're
time.
right, you're
Oh
right
wow,
so
I've been
far,
right
yeah.
every
Phil, I
time.
like the standard that you put me up there with.
Wait,
though.
no. Gareth Anscombe or Nicky Robinson?
Oh,
I'm going to go Gareth.
It's come back with Nicky Robinson.
He will love that.
hey, they call him the king for a reason.
We got what? I got two more. Gareth Anscombe or AJ McGinty?
Oh wow, it's really
He's a
close.
good player.
Really
That
close.
is this nip and tuck.
Quite a
He's
few
a good
caps.
player.
USA.
Yeah.
I'm surely Gareth got that one.
McGinty. So I was there for about an hour, right? There's
Hey, what's he judging me on
there's
here?
30, 40 names on here I could read out. And then I said, right,
Has he won any of them?
enough's enough. I said, is Gareth better than anyone? And it's come back and it said, look, he's better than plenty of players who have played international rugby. I said, give me one name. Jason Tovey. Poor Tovey, was he ever done wrong?
He's a good player too.
He is a good player. Apparently you better than him. I don't believe it. But
Oh,
I
yeah,
played
it's
with you
tough.
both.
What? He's the only
Good.
player to ever
Good.
play international rugby.
Dude, does ChatGPT know who you are?
It does, yeah.
Put it in, go on.
Well, I had to put a thing in earlier.
What is the brave boy?
Give me names of players with 50 plus caps. You was winning, eh? One other thing I did ask. Give me 100 names of the best 10s to come out to New Zealand, right? And rank them 1 to 100 for me. I'll send you a free Brave Boy cap if you can tell me what number you come out in this
What guy's
list.
on there? He's top.
He's
what,
in the top
surely.
100. He's in the top 100. Yeah, you'd be worried if he weren't.
Oh, I'll have a guess as well.
Yeah, there's a free Brave Boy ad up for grabs here. What number do you reckon you come out? And this is...
Is this ever?
Yeah, it is ever, yeah.
I can't believe
He
I'm
made top
doing
100. Fair play. That's
Top,
pretty good.
I was just as surprised. But it's I'll read out...
92.
What?
92.
All right, I'm going to go. I reckon.
He's full of shit there. He thinks he's higher than that.
I'm going to go. Surely he's top 50. So I'm going to go
Oh, there's been plenty of good players out of there.
52.
No. No, higher.
What?
As in, or lower, whichever one you want. It's not to the top. We're going down.
Oh, 75.
Oh, close. 70.
Oh, guy, you take that, will you? Oh, what? Name some players he might know that would really hurt him. That would be ahead of him.
All right.
Cruden.
Well, the issue is, yeah, we're in they give me tiers, right? So every tier 5, your category, solid pros / journeyman.
Hey, is this pre or post injury?
This is just
Pre-injury,
as
it's
a whole.
changer.
What names do they have there?
Right. So like the tier 3, Jimmy Gotbeth. This is tier 3.
He's still
Played
playing.
500 first class
Bryn
games.
Gatland.
Oh,
That's
he's
tier 3.
fuming, bro.
Yeah, he's
Cats his voice out of it. He's catching in Japan as well.
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Okay.
I'll send you the list. There's a lot of names on here.
His head and hands.
Yeah, there we are.
Brutal.
That's my segment
Conclusion,
over.
I think this wraps up Dylan's time hosting.
There's the start, the end of the trial.
Start at the end.
Short
It's
lived.
been a pleasure, mate. Thanks for that.
That's why he's brought the pod. ChatGPT.
I'll do myself next week.
Rank yourself against Ponty legends.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do another one. We'll do another one
Yeah.
next week. Who we got on next week? May have. We got a special. This guy haven't been on the pod, haven't we? So.
Yeah.
Sinclair Group has been part of the motor industry for over 80 years. That's not just a number, it's generations of trust built on shared values, because family isn't just who you're born to, it's who you choose to stand with, and that's what matters to us. We offer new and approved used vehicle sales and service for some of the world's biggest motor brands, and trust, that's at the heart of it all. So whether you're starting your journey or continuing a legacy, visit sinclairgroup.co.uk. Belong for good.
Right, last bit to chat around, lads, is the new appointment for Wales. Danny Wilson, appointed as the Fords coach. Left, he was obviously your coach at Quins, mate.
He was my first proper senior coach as well at Cardiff.
At Cardiff, yeah, he was, yeah.
And then met up with him again at Quins. I think it's a good appointment, very detailed set piece, line out, like loves line out. So he'd be a good appointment there, I think. So I think that's exciting for Wales. I think he'll add a lot of value to that department. So yeah,
It's, he did an interview, didn't he? Because he played his last game against Newcastle on the weekend, wasn't it?
yeah.
And they lost, and he was like quite sorry that he left timing wise. Would you blame him? Would the fans be pissed off at that?
It's
just one of them, innit, I guess.
I don't know. I can see like why a fan would be frustrated, but at the same time, like it's an international job, and like he said himself, like they don't come around often, and you've probably got to take them when they do.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him at all. It's just, do you know what I mean? You can't do a lot about timing regarding.
No, I guess especially in rugby, you don't really get, if you have those opportunities, you got to go. Guy, you've obviously worked with Danny quite a bit. What do you reckon? Good appointment for Wales?
Yeah, I think so. From a forwards point of view, I think like Dylan said, he's definitely a very astute mind when it comes to the tactical detail around forward play. He was always a pretty deep thinker of the game. And I think that role probably more suits him. I think too, when it comes to Wales right now, I don't think they're ever going to get the biggest profile names. And I don't mean that with any disrespect to Danny, but I think probably what they need right now is probably more the nuts and bolts and guys that are super detailed in each particular area that they focus on. And Danny is certainly that. I think he is suited to a forwards role. So, look, his relationship, he's probably known Steve. He's known Steve from his time back in Wales. So, I think we probably all knew that was coming, just like we probably all think that Jockey's going to end up as the back attack coach.
Yeah.
I think, they're going to want a coaching group that's worked together, that has a fair relationship together. I think those guys probably tick those boxes for the meantime. They may not be the biggest appointments in terms of names and brands or whatever, but I think that's probably where the union will probably steer with Steve over the next few weeks as they announce their coaching staff.
Yeah, well, if you were a player though in Wales, this is no like disrespect to Danny or Jockey, good mates to the guys, but if you're a player, and Steve Tandy's come in, would you think maybe a coach that you haven't obviously been under is going to be a bit more beneficial, something new, something fresh, rather than maybe a lot of those boys have worked with those coaches, and it probably won't feel that much different in a weird way?
I don't think you always get that well, I don't think you always get that privilege, and I think it is ultimately like who's the right man for the job. And
Yeah.
Steve Tandy thinks that Danny is. So I think it's. Do you know what I mean? I get your point, but
Yeah,
I think,
I
like,
just put it from a point
I think
where
like
maybe,
if you want like a very good set piece coach who's very detailed, very anal about.
you know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
sort
well,
of thing.
I think like because he hammers home his points, do you know what I mean? His detail is just
Second to none.
second to none. So I think that's a great appointment for the set piece. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll probably wait and see if Matt Sherritt gets called up. Last little bit, obviously, we got a few questions from the fans.
Mitts has been on it again.
There's a couple of mitts. Yeah.
If it's not my DMs, it's the pod. She's relentless.
Hey, just quickly, actually, I got told, Dill, recently, have you been doing some handiwork in your house, have you? Some electrical work, potentially?
Electrical work.
Yeah, I got told we fixed around with a few plugs the other day in the house.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But are they working?
Yeah, they're all working. Yeah.
Let's say. Word I got told is you thought you were a bit of a handyman recently.
Whoa, no.
To work, some
Whoa,
electrical
no.
work.
No, whoa, no.
I've heard
I
the
changed some
electrics
plug
aren't working
sockets in
now.
my house. They all work fine.
Oh,
This morning, the bedroom light wouldn't turn on. Different plug socket. Different socket. Different
He's
part of the
blowing the
house.
fuse.
you
different
basically
fuse
shorted
board.
the house.
Different fuse board.
Is that what you had to
No,
go back?
in fact, Leah Belcher changed some plug sockets in the bedroom
Oh, so you
2
were chucking
weeks
them under the
ago,
bus.
and it's that
Wow.
side. It's the west wing that doesn't work.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
He's an electrician as well, isn't
He's
he?
a qualified electrician. Yeah,
Well, it's
not anymore after this.
Just ruined him.
Yeah, sorry, Belch.
What's his company called?
He's self-employed.
What, from
And
the
he's
Blues?
captain for Cardiff. And he's playing for Wales in the summer. Busy boy.
Love the work rate of the man.
Yeah.
Oh, fair play. Yeah, the first one then, we'll go back to the question, is from Mitch. She goes, when's the Bold Queen's next hat drop coming?
It's imminent, actually, in the next.
Oh, any news? No? You probably want to drop on your own
No,
social.
I'll release some designs over the coming week or two.
Another question for you. How is the big strong boy after his surgery and rehab?
Bigger and stronger.
Definitely bigger.
Whoa. No, good. Rehab's all good. Biceps back attached. Played a bit of rugby since, so we're all good to go.
All good. Which player, Dale, gave you the best piece of advice that helped you throughout your career so far?
I don't know if it was a bit of advice I had when I was about 16 from Chief. Yeah.
Wow, yeah,
When
nice.
he was my he's like, hey bro.
Hey, bro. Just kill
He
it,
was
bro.
like, you need to learn to enjoy conditioning, fitness.
What?
And well, I was like big, overweight, 16-year-old, just like, and he was like, you need to learn to enjoy running. And that was some of the best advice.
Do you enjoy running?
Well, no, it's just no,
Look
I
at me
don't.
now.
No, yeah, lean,
Ripped
mean,
up,
yeah,
brave
running
boy.
machine. No. No, that was some good advice. It was more like you need to enjoy working hard.
Yeah.
Was the premise of it, I think. So that was some good advice. Yeah, that's something that's lived with me.
Gar, what about you, mate? Cowboy give you a bit of advice over the
Talking a cowboy.
He's giving
Talking a
plenty.
cowboy.
Oh, well, I could
What
go-
did you get up to on a weekend?
Oh, yes!
What did you get up to on a weekend?
Oh, hold on, man. We've gone to Alex Moon, right? One of the foreigners here. He's at a housewarming party, and he loves his country music and cowboy westernized stuff. So last minute, he throws us, oh boys, it's westernized theme. You know, dress up like a cowboy. I got nothing in the house,
Is that the only thing you could find? Was that?
mate. I don't even have any jeans. Don't have any boots.
No, that's
got a
nice. It's nice. Just, well, you had a cowboy hat lying around.
No,
No jeans, yeah.
that goes with me everywhere.
No, you went to Taylor Swift, didn't you, a couple of months ago?
We went and brought a cowboy hat, but yeah, that was it. So it was my finest work, and I'm not too
Nice.
sure why I decided to chuck that on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, so what was the question, Gar? Cowboy, what advice did Cowboy give you in the New Zealand
No, I
20s?
can't remember any from it. I reckon maybe maybe one.
Probably
and
Priestland on your golf swing, maybe.
Yeah.
That's still a work in progress, that one. No, look, if anything, I think it probably resonates with me more now, so with my age and where I'm at in my career. But I remember after we won, when I was in New Zealand, we won the Super Rugby final with the Chiefs. Richie Kahui was an All Black at the time, who was injured, but he was at the end of his career. And all he said was just, remember, remind yourself of these times because they're the best times of your life and it'll go by so quickly. And I remember I must have been 21 at the time thinking we're going to do this every year and have the best time. And he was, my age now. And he said, it's going to go by in a blink of an eye. And I actually feel like it's so true because, I'm 34 now and I still feel like I'm sort of 26, 27, but my body's a hell of a lot older. So I think that's been the most important part, is just to actually enjoy the journey along the way and enjoy the good times, particularly when you're playing with your best mates. It's to try and enjoy the progress really and enjoy the journey, and it goes by a lot quicker than you think.
Yeah, that is pretty true. I remember I won Grand Slam 2012. I was like, yeah, we win this every year. Didn't win one for about 10 years.
It's funny, like my first 10 games for Wales, we won unbeaten, won the Grand Slam, and I was like, this is rugby. It's this easy.
Of course,
I've absolutely nailed it. I was like, this is just, I got 10 years of this. Yes, please.
That was easy.
It's easy. Yeah, we had World Cup semi-final all in the space of 2 years. And I was like, this, I don't know why everyone's saying it's so hard. It's unbelievable. And then it was peaks and troughs then after.
Yeah, it slowly got harder.
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah,
down.
it's so true.
Last one, lads. Snog Mario Void, Tandy, Matt Sherritt, Danny Wilson. I'm joking.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. We can't be doing that.
Right, Tandy.
He's got the most cash in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I was just gonna go straight for that. Lads, it's been a pleasure. Cheers, Dale, for coming on. The trial still ongoing. We got a few good ones coming up, and we're so looking forward to that. Gareth, cheers for joining us, mate. All the best this weekend. Hopefully you get your first start.
Get some game time.
Get some game time. You just want to get out that pool, mate. But yeah, hopefully you go well, mate. Looking forward to getting back over there. And hopefully you join on the pod soon. So thank you very much, everyone. Sportin Wales podcast. Powered by Sinclair Group. Your go-to for Welsh sports news and views.